Hello and happy 2025. Happy New Year. I am very excited to have made it through 2024 with my sanity because it was a rough time. And I'm here to really share a message that I feel I just kind of channeled today. And I wanted to kind of read that message to everybody. So, really, I'm going to start reading that message here in a minute. I just want to wait for a few people to kind of hop on and chime in. Hello, Happy New Year. I see I have two people on YouTube and on Facebook. So welcome and share in the comments where you're from. Happy New Year. So glad you're here. I've come on really just, oh, hi, Blossom. Nabila, that's beautiful. I love the name Blossom. I have a friend whose company is Blossom and Rise. I thought maybe you might be her, but definitely a different name. So welcome. Hi, Sylvia. Happy New Year, you guys. We have more people hopping on. So welcome, guys. Let me know in the comments where you're from. And then I'd like to share what I would call a channeled message for everybody. It's nothing fancy. It's just something that really just I feel I need to share. Welcome, guys. Hi, Roseanne from Cali. Oh, welcome. So I'm just going to start the message and I might do a few readings at the end. It'll just depend on what's going on. Right now I'm at home and my son's in the other room gaming, yelling at his friends and being really loud. So welcome from Kentucky. Wow. So I'll do my best to stay focused with my child. He's 17, having his little party there in the next room. But I really want to read this message that was kind of channeled. And so I'm just going to kind of start reading it and hopefully everybody will just join and listen in. Here's what it's about. It's really, it starts off with 2024 was challenging for many, but I'm really hopeful for 2025. That's an honest truth. Despite global and political difficulties, I remain optimistic and I respect everyone's beliefs and don't want to delve into politics. This is really about the things I'm seeing that are positive. So for me, 2025 is a year of change, and I believe it's for the better. Sometimes things have to break to improve or be improved and be rebuilt, which I feel like that's what's happening right now, which can be uncomfortable for all of us. It is. It's not easy, and it's causing a lot of political divide and just other things that are just dividing us as a whole. But I want everybody to remember we're human, we're all connected, whether you see it or believe it, we are. And the things that are happening right now are changing and affecting everyone around the world. You're not alone. So, however, this offers us the chance to reinvent ourselves and adapt to the evolving world, which I think is so important. Um, this isn't the end of our dreams, but the start of new ones that we can shape ourselves. You know, life is about the choices we make, the thoughts we embrace, and the people we surround ourselves with. Don't let circumstances hold you back. In 2025, think creatively, envision the life you want, and start creating it. Perceived obstacles are just thoughts. Don't have they don't have to define your reality. And I wish everyone love and compassion for an amazing 2025, praying for peace and love worldwide. And I hope that resonates with others because it's really it's how I believe, it's what I see and it's what I feel and it's what I'm hearing from the spirit world. So for me, it's profound and it resonates and it feeds my own knowledge and confirms like my own beliefs. So I want to kind of send that out there to the world. I want everybody to really focus on creating the world and the life that we want. And remember that your own world still affects everybody around you. So try to be, I want to say, mindful and thoughtful of your surroundings, your environment, and the people around you as you're manifesting this year. It's so important. Gosh, what else am I going to say? And I forgot to hit go live on Instagram, but it's literally like 30 seconds behind and it's just starting right now, which is funny. So they'll get my whole message. They're about a whole 30 seconds behind us, or 5 minutes behind us, I guess. I'm not really sure where it's at, but it's behind us. So welcome everybody. Let me know in the comments where you're from. I love that. Kentucky, Cali. Who else is here? I've got a few people online right now. Let me know where you're from. Wishing you guys all a happy new year. What are you guys all doing today? I am relaxing at my house. I cooked all day yesterday so I could relax today. And I'm so blessed to have amazing neighbors who are also cooking all day today. And they're going to share their beautiful, it's a Mexican stew or soup that they're making. It's like bulgan. I can't say it. Anyways, it looks delicious. She makes it every year. And I'm so excited to have that for dinner later. Very blessed to have good neighbors, good friends, and surround myself with love and loving people. And I hope that for everybody, be choosy of who you let into your life. Because remember, we create our reality. We create the life we want. And if we surround ourselves with love and inspiration and positivity, we're going to create that in our own life. So I want to remind everybody of that. It's so important. I also want to talk about some really exciting upcoming things that are happening in my world. So I know I have the crystal store now. Some of you guys know that. Oh, here's a great question. That's a really, really good question. And I love that question. For me, intuition is just a feeling that I get and that my whole body feels. It's my nervous system reacting. So for me, fear comes in the form of well, to me, that's almost a sign when my body feels fear to avoid things. But I have to really tune into that fear and see if it's my fear or if it's a perceived fear based on things that aren't true. And here's a great trick. You have a piece of paper, fold it in half, right? And rip it in half. And then write on one piece of paper what it is that you are fearful of. What is it that you're feeling fear for? Try to figure that out. And what it is that you're, hopeful for. And I want you to kind of crumble that up and imagine swallowing that fear. Does it feel right? Is it a good fear? Or is it a fear is it like your intuition kind of guiding you? Or is it just like something in your head that's not realistic? Because if it's not realistic, you'll be able to swallow it like nothing. You're not really going to swallow it. You're just going to go and pretend to swallow that fear. And what happens? Can you swallow it? If you can swallow it, that's your gut feeling. If you can't swallow it, to me, it's a preconceived idea and it's not real. You're falling into what do they call that? Just lies on like the news can be lies. Like so many things can be lies in our world. So it's really like using your intuition to guide you. Is it real fear or is it really just you falling into the storyline that's not real, that they want you to believe? Happy New Year, Sue. Welcome. I'm glad you guys are joining me. I just thought I'd pop in. I felt so inspired for the new year. I'm really excited. I'm really happy. And I know I'm an optimist. So every January 1st, I'm excited for the new year. Although 2024 was not what I expected, it was still a good year. Although it was difficult, it was still a year of growth. And so for me, I'm going to look back on that with optimism and passion about like, what have I learned and how am I going to take that into 2025? And I want to encourage everybody to do this because sometimes we can look back on the year and be like, what a shitty year that was. Life sucks. The world's falling apart. And why is there any, reason to live? But I look at it like, oh my gosh, there's all these changes happening and it's so scary because it's something we haven't seen in our lifetime. But at the same time, I am so passionate and excited that these changes are happening, but good things are going to come from them. So remember that. Even though it feels horrible and it looks horrible and it sounds horrible and politically it's just insane, know that we have to shake things up to create new. And it's not comfortable at all for anybody. And we don't have to like it. But let's start taking this time to really envision and create the life we want and the future that we want for ourselves, as well as our community and the people that we surround ourselves with. Because that's how we're going to build a better world. Believe it or not, we are all connected, even in other countries around the world. The things we do affect everybody. The things we buy, the things we eat, all of that has an effect on the world. So remember that. You are powerful. We are all powerful. Sometimes it feels like our vote doesn't matter. Our thoughts don't matter. What we do doesn't matter. But really, they're all little steps towards things that matter. So we are actually helping. Whether you see the outcome or not, it is working. And you have to have faith and remember that. And we might not like who the new president is. We might not like the new, the new politics that are happening. I personally don't like them, but I'm going to take a stance of, I see that good things are going to happen either way, because what they're doing is they're breaking things down and we get to recreate the way we want. We don't have to allow them to create more chaos. We can choose a new path, and that's what I'm doing. And if you think they're great, then that's great for you, because then maybe you're working towards your creation. But we are all connected, and we have to remember that, and to love each other and to be kind to each other and to be mindful of how we affect each other. And that's something we're not taught in our society and in our life. And I want to really remind people, be mindful of everyone, because we all matter. Even that person sitting on the corner begging for money, who doesn't have a home and who smells maybe because they don't have a shower, they still matter. So you have to remember that. I'm not saying give up your life to help somebody that's on the street, but I'm saying be kind, be loving, be compassionate, because every interaction makes a difference. And it could be the difference of somebody wanting to live and make a difference and somebody giving up. So remember that kindness, loving, compassion, mindfulness, those are important things that are going to create our universe. And just because we live in a chaotic world doesn't mean we have to have a chaotic life. Just because we're surrounded by wars all over doesn't mean we have to create that in our own life. Okay? It comes around once again. If it's come around once again, yes, very important. We create the life we want. And it's really important this year. And I feel like 2025 is an important year for everybody to take a mindful stance on their life and look at how are they contributing instead of complaining. But we can complain forever. Let me tell you, there's a lot to complain about in this life, especially right now. But I am choosing a different perspective, because I am choosing to rewire those thoughts and those visions. Because sometimes I think those negative thoughts come from, brainwashing in our environment and what we're taught at an early age from TV and commercials. Let's look at this with a holistic approach and take a step back. I don't like what's happening, but it doesn't mean I have to let it affect how I'm going to live my life and the world I'm going to create for my children and for my family. And I want you guys to think about that as well. This is an important year. I'm being told by the spirit world for everybody to kind of take inventory of themselves, take inventory of their surroundings, and really kind of try to create a more mindful, loving environment for our families, our friends, our community, because that's going to help build a better world. It's a ripple effect. You do this and other people see you doing it and they want to copy you, and then they do it in their lives. That's how we build a better world, not by focusing on all the things that we think are wrong. Because that could go on. I mean, we could do that all day long, all year long, and just live a miserable life. I don't want to do that. I could do the same thing. I lost my son. It'll be 9 years this May. Makes me so sad. And I could be angry about that. And I could be depressed about that. But I know that doesn't help me. That doesn't help the people around me. That doesn't help my children. That doesn't help my family. I choose to honor him by respecting him and living this life, choosing happiness, choosing to create a life that's wonderful, that maybe he's not part of in the physical, but he's part of around me, and he's part of creating that with me. And I'm working on doing this for my other children, and doing this for my husband, and doing this for my community, my neighbors, my friends. And we all need to do this. This is a time where we all jump in and we all chime in with our love and our compassion and our mindfulness to create the world that we want. If everybody around the world is doing this in a mindful way, could you just imagine how amazing our world could be? It's really going to be an incredible time. I feel like 2025 is going to be an amazing year. I'm very hopeful. I think there's going to be some scary changes I'm not happy about, but I still think positive will come from them. And I want you to stay focused on the positive and not the negative. Let's not fight. Let's not argue over everything. Let's not argue over politics, over who's our president, who what this is happening or that is. Let's focus on the small baby steps around us. That's all we can really make change with is ourselves. And that's going to help change the world. Believe it or not, it is going to help change the world. And that's really what I wanted to come here and say today. I am a little passionate about it. The last 4 or 5 months, I've been like super emotional and fighting tears. I feel like I've been cracked open and see things in such a different way. And I just want to share that with everybody. I'm sorry, I'm like fighting tears again. All right, I'm here. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm really emotional, but it's not bad. It's a good thing. And I want to share that with everybody because I feel like we all need to feel things. Um, and mermaid Bavosia, I cannot ever, mermaid above sea. I'm so grateful you're taking time out of your day to spread such positivity and hope, friend. Thank you. Well, thank you. And Jay Perenzi sent me love too. So thank you guys. I appreciate this from Instagram. Um at the house. Oh, and I have lots of love from Instagram. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. I really do appreciate everybody. I know Cheryl and I do this podcast on Thursday nights now, and this week's at 5 o'clock. So I wanted to remind everybody about that because I'm really excited about our guest. She's amazing. She's young, she's beautiful, she's making the most beautiful, mindful music and inspirational music, which I think we need to really help heal the world. And I'm really excited about having more guests on this in 2025 that are meaningful. And I feel like her music is meaningful, she is meaningful, and her name is, and I'm drawing a blank, of course. Oh my gosh, where is it at? Anyways, her name is oops, I'm going to tell you right now because I just drew a total blank, which happened. Sophia Rain. And if you haven't heard her music, or Shannon Blake, two people that I feel like their music really resonates with me. I'm going to put them in the comments here. Oops. And then I just put one in there, Sophia Rain, and then listen to some of their music, guys. You might not like all of it. You might think I'm absolutely crazy, and that's okay. Because I mean, I'm a little bit there. My kids will tell you. But the things that really have resonated with me are the words, the lyrics. There's affirmations. There's things about really kind of supporting us. And it's what I'm all about. I'm all about changing our mindset, changing the way we see things, changing our perception really creates our world. And I'm not saying be delusional at all, but we can perceive things in a positive ways. Okay? And that's what I want to encourage. I don't want anybody coming into this year with negative thoughts. I don't want anybody coming into this year feeling like it's hopeless, because it's not. Oh, sorry. It's not hopeless. It's encouraging. So remember that, guys, okay? I am feeling super excited. Since childhood, every New Year's Eve, I never slept. I mean, literally for as long as I can remember. And I remember my first year of life, sitting there New Year's Eve, just processing the last year and manifesting the next year. And that's how we should come into every year. So, what are you manifesting this year? What are your goals? What are you working towards? I want you to think about that. Maybe write it down on paper, maybe journal. I don't know, whatever works for you. But keep bringing yourself back to that center and figuring it out whenever you feel lost. Ground yourself and focus on those things that you wrote today. That's what I love to do in January 1st. I like to write my goals, my things I'm trying to manifest or create. And whenever I feel lost throughout the year, I pull my list out. I will text myself that list. I will do all kinds of things. But that list helps me stay on target, helps me stay grounded, and helps me remember what I'm working towards. Sometimes we get lost or forgot, especially if you have a little ADHD. Like I think a lot of Americans have. Not every country has that, but I think Americans have that a lot. And I think it's because we have TV, we have gaming, we have a very busy society, and it's different than other cultures. I know when I went to the UK, I was shocked because at 7 o'clock, my son wasn't feeling well, and we had to go to the pharmacy, and we couldn't find a pharmacy because everything closed by 7. And I was like, what is going on? There's no 24-hour pharmacy. But in America, everything's 24/7. There is no time to relax or to let go. There's all that, right? But really, life isn't supposed to be like that. We are supposed to shut down. We are supposed to take time to contemplate and to go within. And we're supposed to have that time each day. Make that time for yourself. It's so important. I got a little lost last year and I forgot that. And I think that's part of why, my own higher self, my universe, my spirit guides are bringing me back to feeling and emotions again, where I'm like, um I feel very connected right now with the universe, and I feel very emotional and very touched and very loved, and I'm trying to spread that connection and that love with the world. And that's what I'm here for today and every day. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So wishing everybody the best 2025 ever. I'm wishing everybody to manifest all their dreams, all their things that they want in life, and to create a better world together as a team. Imagine us as we're all connected and we're all working towards this beautiful world. Let's do it. That's what I'm saying. 2025, woohoo. So I just want to leave you guys with that. I know everybody's busy. It's New Year's Day. There's food, there's football, whatever's happening. I'm not a football person, but I think there's football. Enjoy your day. Enjoy all your good food, enjoy your family, and start writing down your list of things you want to create this year. And I'm really excited to really hear about those things in the future on our show that we host on Thursday, Sing Beyond Living Transformed, or anytime that you feel the need to share on social media with me or in an email. I love getting emails about how I inspired somebody or about how life is going good for you. So please share. Thank you. And I will share them on the internet if I get a great letter or a great email. I would love to share it with others to help inspire others. We're all an inspiration. It's not just one person or so many people. We are all an inspiration. And I want you to remember that. We inspire everybody around us, whether we see it or not. So be mindful. Love yourself. Be kind to everybody. Have compassion. I'm sending love to everybody. 2025 is going to be amazing. Thank you so much for 2024. I appreciate every one of you. And I'm going to leave you with that love and light. Thank you.